You know that you can spin attack to get them off?
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if it works in this game. I know it works in other games, though. Like, I don't know about ages or seasons. I mean.
Yeah. I don't think they let you can pull your sword out when they're on you.
But you were just attacking, weren't you? With it on you.
Oh, I think it wasn't quite on me. Like, it looked on me, but it wasn't.
Because I know there's, at least there's one Zelda game where... Oh, it's not those things, the gel things, but, you know, Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Or those little spiky things that are on the ground, like they just jump on you and slow you down?
Yeah.
If you do a spin attack, you throw them all off and kill some of them.
Alright, I'll try the shield. Look at that.
Yeah. Told you.
Yep.
And, in Twilight Princess, when you're in, like, the wolf form, or even when you're not in the wolf form, actually, and those, like, invisible mice things.
Oh, yeah.
They get on you if you do a spin attack. They, get flung off you or get killed, depending on how strong the spin attack was. Can you jump over him? I think you can. You have it out.
Yeah, no. I know you can light them on fire and then they turn into a skeleton guy.
Do they? Huh. I know that if you use the fire things on Gibdos in A Link to the Past and the original Zelda, they just die. Like, one hit. That's weird that they become stealth boss in this.
I just figured it was like burning off the bandages.
Yeah, that's what happens, but usually they're not skeletons underneath, they're like, you know, decayed flesh.
Oh, I got 100 rupees, nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like dehydrated human. Raisin.
Gross.
Well, that's what it looks like, right?
No, I know. It's just so gross.
That's why when you watch, like, The Mummy, he looks so dehydrated, and then he absorbs, like, the life force out of a person. Gets his flesh back normal. That's why I always consider life force to be, like, liquid.
Watching that movie not too long ago, too. Just on the weekend.
I haven't watched a Mummy movie in, like, 10 years. Anyways.
I've seen those movies so many times.
Oh, Armos. Hey, look, he's red now.
He's dead now, huh?
He's a dreadnought now. Can you imagine if, like, something that you normally use to, like, stun or weaken something, like if you had a powder that weakens enemies, there's, like, one creature, though, that if you use it on, it makes him, like, super strong instead. Like, 5 times stronger.
Does that not happen in one of these games?
Is there something like that?
I thought there might be. Oh, I gotta open them in the order I killed them in, that's right.
You know, that's a pretty cool programming thing.
What's that?
That you gotta kill them in the order that you... I mean, open the things in the order that you killed them, right? Because, like, you can kill them in technically any order. So it's kind of cool that it programmed it that way, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. I never thought about it. I guess I've just never really thought about all the work that actually goes into games.
It's like, I was actually talking to someone the other day about, you know in Pokemon Silver, how you can, at the end you fight Red?
Yeah.
And also how, after you beat Red, if you go back and beat the Elite Four again, Red comes back to Mount Silver, but stronger.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, he comes back stronger. But anyways, so I was talking about fighting Red, and how I find it weird that he's based off of Ash, right?
Yeah.
He's got Pikachu.
Yeah.
The 3 starters.
Yeah.
Snorlax.
Yeah.
And Espeon.
Okay.
Why Espeon?
I don't know.
Firstly, Ash has never caught an Eevee.
Okay.
At least I don't think he has. Secondly, if you think about it, like, in Pokemon Yellow, which is what he's supposed to be based off of again,
Yeah.
you get Pikachu as your starter. You get all 3 starters by talking to NPCs. You have to at least encounter Snorlax to get past him.
Yeah.
But the Eevee thing is in like the back of a house in one of the towns, and it's kind of like out of the way, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why the Eevee? Like, it's not something that's usually mandatory in the game.
When these things get on you, you can't even pull out your sword.
Okay. So it's like, why the Eevee? Like, why is it there?
I don't know, in case you got through to that point of the game without encountering an Espeon, I guess. So you know, oh, Eevee evolved into something else.
But I think you have to, because isn't there that place in the 4th city that has all 5 Eevee evolutions?
I don't remember.
There's like one little, it's not a gym, but it's like...
oh yeah, the like sisters or something.
The 5 sisters that each have a Eevee evolution. You know?
I don't know.
But then, like, one of my friends, the one I was talking to about it, was like, well, then what would you use? And I'm like, well, for starters, I would probably put in, like, maybe one of the legendary birds. You know, like, or at least Mewtwo, because at the end of Yellow, everyone's going to go capture Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So that makes sense in a certain sense of the way. And then I was like, but if you wanted to take a step further, I'm sure in Pokemon Yellow they could have programmed it in a way that whichever starter you picked, like Totodile, Chikorita, or Cyndaquil, he would have the weakness version of it in the Eevee form. Like, if you picked Cyndaquil, he'd have a Vaporeon.
Right.
And, like, wouldn't that make sense? And then his whole team is first gen as well, if he does that.
Yeah, but then it's not like a balanced team. They'd have 2 Pokemon of the same type.
But your starter's going to be your strongest, so that if they have 2 Pokemon of the same type, that is the weakness of your strongest Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, chances are, if you have a Typhlosion, it's going to be one of your strongest Pokemon.
Yeah, probably, unless you're a weirdo.
So, you know, he has his Blastoise, and then you'd have a Vaporeon.
I don't know.
Like, I understand where you're coming from, too, with how he would have... how he has no technical Psychic Pokemon on his team. Because Snorlax knows a bunch of Psychic moves. Rest and Yawn are both Psychic.
Are they?
I know Rest is. I think he is.
I thought Rest was normal.
We're gonna find out. I know Rest is, though. Pokemon moves... Rest. And, like, at the same time, if you're saying because of that, he has a more balanced team, then you could just say, well, if you said screw the Espeon and gave him an Umbreon, he'd have a Dark type. He doesn't have one of those.
But then we'd still be having the same argument.
Yeah, but...
well, not argument. We're not arguing.
But, like, well, the main thing that I'm saying is, why Espeon?
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have an Umbreon and have the same thing. I doubt there's a... yeah. Rest type Psychic. I'll look up Yawn now, because I think he has Rest, Yawn, Snore, and Body Slam when you fight Red. Okay, Yawn is normal.
Oh, okay. Did Yawn even exist in Gold? I don't think it did.
It's in Fire Red.
Which came out after.
Yeah, but Fire Red
has all the Pokemon and stuff
from Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
Because Fire Red is based on Generation 2 mechanics, right?
No, it's Generation 3.
Let me see.
Because Game Boy Advance. These things look like Bowser heads.
Yawn makes the target drowsy. Yeah, introduce Generation 3. Okay, so what? Let me just... Pokemon... Red's Snorlax moves. What does his Snorlax learn? Oh, look, it's the Thwomp again. His Snorlax knows Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Crunch, and Giga Impact. Wow, I was wrong.
Not even close.
Yeah, I know, right? And his...
It sounded right, though, what you said. Like, and they're moves that make sense, is what I mean.
Oh, in Soul Silver, he doesn't have Espeon.
Who does he have?
Lapras.
That makes more sense.
That makes a lot more sense, yeah. But in the regular
From,
Silver,
like,
he has an Espeon.
Makes more sense from like an anime perspective, but
Also from the perspective of the fact that, like, you know how I was saying, in the Pokemon game, Pokemon Yellow, you know, you get your Pikachu, you talk to people to get the 3 guys.
Yeah.
You always encounter the Snorlax, and you're given the Lapras for beating, after you beat your rival in Silph-Co.
yeah. It just doesn't make sense, again, to have 2 water types.
Well, isn't Lapras,
It might be ice water.
I think it's Ice Water, and Blastoise is,
Water.
Water.
I've got 4 keys.
I don't think Blastoise is just pure water anymore.
Yeah, he is.
No, Charizard and Venusaur are both 2 separate types.
Yeah, Blastoise isn't, he's just water.
That's weird. But he's the only starter that doesn't have a dual type.
From the first gen, yeah.
Snorlax knows Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Crunch, and Giga Impact. Lapras knows Blizzard, Brine, Psychic, and Body Slam. Blastoise knows Focus Blast, Blizzard, Flash Cannon, and Hydro Cannon. Charizard knows Flare Blitz, Air Slash, Dragon Pulse, and Blast Burn. I don't know any of these moves. I think I know Crunch, Shadow Ball, Blizzard, Psychic, Body Slam,
I hate this boss.
and Dragon Pulse. Venusaur knows Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Frenzy Plant. Pikachu knows Volt Tackle, Iron Tail, that's another one I know. Quick Attack, I know that one, and Thunder. I think it's Pikachu is the only one I know the most of. But yeah, I want to know what Red's Snorlax moves in Silver are. Not Soul Silver. No, this one's also Heart Gold and Soul Silver. No, go away. Okay, Pokemon Gold and Silver, Trainer Red. His Snorlax knows Rest, Snore, Amnesia, and Body Slam.
Ah, okay, so you're closer.
Yeah, instead of Yawn, it was Amnesia.
Yeah.
And I think I said Takedown instead of Body Slam.
I'm not sure.
But his Espeon knows Mud Slap, Reflect, Swift, and Psychic. So, Amnesia is what, though?
Amnesia, I think, is Psychic type.
Okay, so he has 2 Psychic type moves, but what is Snore? Probably normal?
I would think so.
Type normal. And Amnesia. Psychic, yeah. So he knows the same amount of Psychic moves as the Espeon.
Weird.
What were these guys' names? I forgot.
I don't remember. I hate these things.
Why? They're pretty easy.
They're fucking annoying.
Throw a bomb against the wall.
Oh, like, so smart.
Like, push them all against one wall.
You can't, because they're like, half of them come towards you.
Why aren't you wearing the shield? That is true, I guess.
Fuck.
But yeah, can't you just bomb them against the walls?
Maybe. Probably worth.
The one thing that I don't like about these kind of games is how you don't start with full health after you die.
Yeah, that bugs me. The first Metroid game, when you start the game for the first time, it doesn't even give you full health.
Doesn't?
No.
I guess that makes sense.
Starts you at like 30 out of 100 or something.
Yeah, but doesn't it do it because like something happened that caused you to get hurt on the way in, like in the intro?
I just know I don't like it.
Like, I don't remember how the Metroid starts, but isn't it with, like, either, like, a plane crash, well, not plane, spaceship crash, or, like, you were just in an explosion?
Metroid 1, you just kind of land on the planet. I'm pretty sure that doesn't really have much of a... Like, those old games don't really have cutscenes for the most part. Some of them do, but...
Maybe she was under attack by a Metroid in her ship, and she killed it and then got off.
No, because there's only Metroids on that planet or something.
Doesn't she befriend a Metroid?
Yeah, like a baby one.
And then it kills the brain thing?
Yeah.
Or, well, the brain thing kills it, but it hurts the brain thing?
Yeah, like sucks all its life.
I don't remember if bombs hurt it, I just think they do.
I don't know.
Is this really that hard for you?
It's hard. Harder than it looks. Because if you're coming... Like, they're trying to get away, right? And then...
Are you a chameleon?
As soon as they, like, flip, they shoot fire at you.
Could you imagine if, like...
There's an elephant running around upstairs.
Yeah, that is loud. I will agree to that.
Already got magnet clips equipped.
Well, clearly you don't. I like how it's glove N.
For north.
Why don't magnetic poles have a west and east?
I don't know.
Maybe they do, and like we just haven't discovered it, and that'll like cause us to learn how to do unlimited energy.
Maybe. We may never know.
Like, once we find that out, we can use magnetic friction or whatever it's called. You know how they have like those things that as soon as you use two magnets together, it makes energy. I've never seen like those outdoor barbecues that are done with two magnets.
No.
Let me see what it is. I don't know the proper term for it.
What, like convection or something?
I don't think that's the term. Convection doesn't mean from magnets, right?
I don't know what it means.
I think convection just means like all around or something like that.
Induction.
That might be it. That sounds right.
Should know, we talked about this kind of stuff in school.
A method of proving a given property true for set numbers by proving it true for one and then true... What? Mathematical induction?
I don't think that's what you're looking for.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna look up magnetic induction because this does not sound right. Magnetic induction. Magnetic flux or flux density, the process by which an object or material is magnetized by an external magnetic field. Electromagnetic or magnetic induction is the production of an electromagnetic force across an electrical conductor used to its dynamic interaction with a magnetic field. Often produces heat through friction.
Yes, that's probably what you were talking about.
Yeah, probably. So if you use like a west and east pole that we just haven't discovered how to figure out yet, we can use the energy given by that for unlimited energy.
That'd be pretty cool. Magnets are cool.
this video is just on YouTube and like 3,000 years down the road when someone discovers that, they're like, he was right!
Prophet.
The prophet of 2000 and whatever.
Boss up here.
Probably. Wouldn't it be weird if like you just point your glove at something and you start flying backwards?
Oh shit, and go to the wrong setting.
Man! Why does everything sound like Skeletor? Oh, I forgot about this boss. Yeah, he's pretty easy, actually.
It's kind of annoying. Shit. I tend to do stuff like that. Forget which side I need it on.
Yeah, just keep moving it, yeah, back and forth, that's all you have to do. You can use the thing to kill them in like one hit.
Yeah, just gotta hit them.
Got one. You have to kill them all at the same time, or
No, they don't.
just leave it under him.
Damn it.
You know, I'm still trying to look over the computer when I can just still look at the computer. Just use your sword if you're having trouble with it. I like how only one can become that big again.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just make all of them that big?
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, I know, but like, it can clearly possibly be done. If only one can grow to be that size using its energy. But also, why is it like a floating hairy eyeball?
I don't know, gotta be something. Ah!
Not really. Like, there are just blobs of slime. Does it really have to be something?
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, I feel like the screen's bigger on this. Like, I can see more of the screen than I can see on there. Which is weird.
Get it.
Okay, good, you got it. You got it. Got it. Sword. Oh, you got it.
Got it.
I also like how bosses just explode.
Yeah. Alright, it's 5 dungeons down.
And look, it's a flame crown thing.
Nurturing warmth.
I like to shove her my nurturing warmth. Wait, we were talking about pickup. What if he just puts his sword in there and still walks out?
It looks like a sword should have been in there.
Maybe that's what it was. Like, each one of them was like a master sword in its past life.
Maybe. Wouldn't put it past Zelda to have something weird like that.
It was originally the hiding place of all four swords. The big Goron sword, the Kokori sword, the Master Sword, and the Wooden Sword.
Why not?
Actually, no, the Wooden Sword was like one of them originally, but then like the cave deteriorated and became the Hero's Cave. The boss died by old age.
The sword just rotted.
Yeah, the sword rotted into wood. Or like it had like a wood base with metal coating around it. Like the metal just rusted off.